What is going on, you guys? Welcome to Clicks, Leads, and Clients. Dude, we got one of the GOATs, one of the best when it comes to marketing and software and AI. Like this cat has scaled a technology company helping agents every single day. I love this dude. I'm excited for tonight's webinar. Thank you guys for being here. Also, before we get to some other stuff, I want to see where people are joining from. But what is up, Mr. Alex Branning? How are you, sir?
I am doing great. Cody, today is one of those days where you got to be flexible. So I started the day at a Jeep dealership to get some stuff done on my car. And now I am still at the Jeep dealership. They stashed me away in a conference room because it's taken all day, but it's all good,
Oh
man.
my gosh,
I
man.
am ready to rock and roll in this webinar, serve these agents. We got a packed room today, so this is going to be awesome. So thank you for having me.
Dude, thank you, buddy. I mean, the amount of feedback we've been getting on this specific webinar, amount of people that have registered. I mean, we had 600 people, I think it was, register for this
Yep.
event. Like, it's been incredible. You guys are popping in like crazy. Yes, thank you for letting us know where you're watching from. What's up, Frank Newman? What's up, Leslie? What's up, Marcus? What's up, Joel? What's up, Sam? Chad's in San Diego. Dude, I wish I was in San Diego.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Canada. Also, dude, I saw Orlando. Dude, I'm leaving for Orlando in the morning.
Let's go.
I'm headed to a conference to speak to 3,600 people. I've never done that before. I might be a little nervous. Can I
Yeah,
say?
you got this, bro.
I am ready, bro. I am ready. I appreciate you, man. Dude, people all over the world. I love you guys. Thank you for being with us. I'm here in Springfield, Missouri, in my office, with the sales team right out there, cranking and rolling and working. Alex is in a random Jeep dealership.
Yeah.
In Jersey, I think it is. You know,
Yeah. Englewood, New Jersey. That's where it's going
let's
down today.
go. Which is not normal. If you're new to Alex, that is not normal. Okay. However, dude, you know what's cool about Alex, man, for those that are new to maybe his ecosystem or is he has helped tens of thousands of agents. Like no lie. He's
Yeah.
helped tens of thousands of agents scale their business, whether an agent or an agency, with marketing automation and an incredible agent CRM, the number one tool in the industry. And this cat, dude, you know what I love about Alex as well. Okay, if you're new, is dude, he prepares, he's organized, he's prepared, he's always ready, and he shows up like nobody else I know. He's put so much work into this, so much time. And so I'm gonna not belabor any longer, but I can tell you what, you're in for a treat. You will definitely want to have pen and paper ready when Alex speaks. Dude, I do that. I may join in a little bit tonight on some other topics along the way, but I'm excited for tonight's webinar. So, Alex, thank you for doing this, buddy. I appreciate you being here.
Hey, thank you, Cody. I am stoked. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to share my screen here. Clicks, leads, and clients. When it comes to growing an insurance business, it starts with getting the click, and
Mm.
then it goes into getting them to become a lead and then a client. So we're talking about clicks, leads, and clients. I first started to really frame this webinar and this training for lead generation, but there's a part towards the end of this webinar where I dive into the biggest profit center that most agents miss. So we're going to talk about that towards the end in about 40 minutes. We got 60 minutes of high quality content today. This is a webinar where you're going to make money both in the mind and real because I'm actually going to be giving away cash during today's webinar, y'all. So there's going to be different times when I do transitions where I'm actually going to give real money away to people that are on the call. We're going to be doing this the entire webinar. So every time I hand it off to Cody, I'm giving somebody who's on this call cash.
Mm. Let's
And why am I
go.
doing that? Why am I doing that? For those of you who are on the call, take note to the reason why, because there's one thing to see what people are doing, and there's another to understand why they're doing it. So at the end of this webinar, I'm going to be making you an offer to join Agent CRM, right? Y'all have been on webinars before. You know, at the very end, that's when the guy goes, hey, if you want some help with this, here's so I can serve you, right? So it incentivizes me to get you to stay on. So my actions are incentivizing you to give me the opportunity to make the sale, right? So for those of you that do webinars, if you're like, how can I get people to stop leaving my webinars? It's about incentivizing them to stay till the end. So I'm hoping that that's going to work today for you guys. I'm hoping you want to stay just because you're getting so much value from the webinar, but we're also going
Right.
to be doing some fun giveaways and prizes. So during this webinar, we're going to be going over 6 things. I'm going to make 6 promises to you for the next 60 minutes. We're going to talk about real strategies that are working now. You're not going to get any fluff or ideas or I think this is going to work. I'm going to be talking about real stuff working right now. Number 2, you're going to get practical ideas that you can implement fast. Now, there's definitely a time and place to learn complicated marketing strategies that involve a lot of different moving parts and a lot of things going on. But that's not today. Today, we're going to talk about things that you can learn from the webinar and take action on quickly. I'm going to talk about a system to generate more leads because that's what it's really all about. I have a fun word for that. I call it building a playground. We'll get into that in a moment. And then I'm going to talk about showing you how to do better follow-up and conversion, and then growth opportunities most agents miss. And then at the end, live offers. And then we're going to do a little bit of Q&A. So Cody and I are going to play a little bit of pitch and catch. We're going to choose a couple of you that are asking a really good, fun question. We're going to answer it live here on the webinar so you get an answer from both of us. Then we're going to rock and roll from there. So let's go, you guys. I am excited for you. My goal today is to blow you away with value, number one. Number two, get you to have fun, right? And then number three, for 7 lucky winners, you're going to walk away a little bit richer than when you started. So, this is the beginning of my design cover for my new book called The Insurance Playground by Alex Branning. So, super stoked about this. I have the first draft done. So I'm excited about that. I'm working with an editor. We're going to get that rocking and rolling and hopefully in everyone's hands by the 8% conference in July. So I'm hoping to have a nice table full of this book laid out so that y'all can grab a real life copy when we all hang out together at 8% in Plano, Texas. Now, the growth formula for agents has three key parts. Three key parts. Number one, it's about attracting clients, which is where we spend a lot of our time and focus. But number two, it's about keeping them engaged. Now, to show the importance of that, every single person on this webinar was in the email list of myself or Cody. For this webinar, I purposefully did not run any ads. And I didn't run ads not because I didn't want everybody else to see what's going on, but I did it to prove a point. Because we had a little over 600 people in about 72 hours register for this webinar. Now, that was people that were just in our list that were like, okay, I'm getting an email from Alex or an email from Cody. I'm seeing that there's an opportunity to join a webinar that's just a couple of days away, right? So there's urgency there. And I'm going to jump on here so I can connect with them, learn, and just see what the heck is going on. Why are Alex and Cody hanging out together, right? So we're keeping our audience engaged. And then we're turning, with the other growth formula, excuse me, is to turn the people that follow you into referrals. So one way to do that, and some of you are here because you or a friend joined, and then they shared that webinar on the last page. And so now that turned into referrals. So some of you are here because you heard about this on social media from somebody else, right? So we turned the people that are raving fans into a referral machine. And this is the growth formula. At a basic level, this is how you grow your business. You attract clients, you keep them engaged in your world, and then you activate them to get referrals. Now, the agent that reaches the most people wins the most business. One area where agents have a problem, me included, by the way, I'm raising my hand here as a marketer. When I first started, this was my issue, is that we only have one door for people to enter into our world. And if you only have one, then you have a very fragile growth system. What I mean by that is if something happens, like for those of us that run Facebook ads, about, I don't know, 8 months ago, Facebook put all insurance ads into a special category, which caused this temporary reshuffling. It kind of messed up the algorithm a little bit, right? And if you were only using Facebook ads for your lead generation, then it put your lead generation system, your entire flow, like into upheaval. You're like, oh my gosh, now what do I do, right? But when you have multiple ways of attracting people and getting them into your world, when one of those starts to dip, you do want to take care of it, but it's not a crisis. It's a problem that you want to resolve, but it's not a crisis, or it's not a crisis. So what is one door that many people have? One, they may focus on one high intent ad funnel, right? Or they may just have one type of booking system. Like they just run ads that lead to a call. And if that ad stops working, the growth stops. Or if they're a referral based, then their entire lead generation system is waiting for one of their clients to share their information with a friend, right? So you want to make sure that you build out multiple doors, multiple lead generation systems into your business. And that's what I call a playground. So you're creating a playground for your business where you have multiple ways to get in. And then once you're in, there's multiple ways that you serve and support that same customer. Here's a couple different ways that you can generate leads. Some of these cost money, some don't. One is a text in campaign. So this is something that is available inside of Agent CRM. It's like when you text the word life to your Agent CRM number, then Agent CRM starts to chat with that new prospect and get them on your calendar. Other entrances include social content, referral intros, client reviews, etc. But notice that in this playground model, there's multiple ways for people to get into your world. You're not relying on just one. This is important, and this is why, as we go through this webinar for the next 45 minutes, as you get inspired to take action on some of the ideas that I share and Cody shares, it's about saying, okay, this is something I want to take action on and jotting down multiple ideas. We're going to give you multiple ways here so that as we go through, you're like, I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to try that. I'm going to try multiple things here. So, and I talk more about this in my upcoming book, but here's a quick little snapshot of what this looks like. So now, this is a perfect example of a webinar entry point, right? So if you're an agent right now and you have a list, you can do exactly what Cody and I did for this webinar. We set up the date and time, we set up the registration page, and then we emailed our list and said, we're going to be talking about lead generation. And at the end, we'll do some Q&A. This model that we did here, you can also do that as an agent. Now it can look a little different, right? Because maybe instead of having a slideshow, you're just going to do some Q&A. Or maybe you have a specific presentation that was given to you by your upline that you want to run. But what we're doing right now is we're talking to, let's see, let's look how many people are on right now. 172 people are on this webinar right now that we're talking to. We're able to serve and support you. This is only taking an hour of me and Cody's time, but 172 people are live on this webinar right now hearing what we have to say, right? Which is a huge blessing, by the way. I don't take it for granted. But then I've done webinars before where I had 5 people, but now instead of a 1-to-1 conversation, I'm having a 1-to-5 or a 1-to-10. Does that make sense? So for those of you that are listening to this right now, this idea of doing a webinar, preparing some slides, going through it live, allowing people who are invited and want to join to share this and invite their friends, this is a model that you can take and use yourself. So now I'm going to turn this over to Cody, but before I do that, let's give away some cash. So I'm going to pick one person, and this person I'm going to give $100 cash to. I'm going to
Boom.
send it to you after the call. I'm just randomly sliding through here and picking a name. I see Alan Benoit. Alan, my man, I see you. I'm going to reach out to you and send you $100 cash tomorrow. So thank you for joining the webinar live. We got 6 more winners, but now I want to turn it over to my man, Cody Askins, to talk about video. The reason why I'm asking Cody to talk about this, by the way, have you guys noticed how freaking good he is at creating video content? Like produce stuff, raw. I love it, man. You are one of the best at the video game. So I'll let you take it from here.
Appreciate you, buddy. What is up, you guys? Super excited for tonight. Video. So there's 3 things I want to share about video. Number 1, and 2, like Alex is saying, hey, you're really good on video. Thankfully, I've done over 10,000 videos, and my team is really talented at making me look good. They put the makeup on, they do the editing, whatever, right? They trim some pounds when I gain some weight, whatever it is, man. They make me look great. Thankfully, and video has been a big part of our business. If you believe that video would help you grow your business more and that you aren't maximizing video enough yet, type me in chat right now. If you think that video can help you, but it's not helping you yet. Okay, cool. You're going to enjoy this then. Okay, let me share three things really quick. Number one, the importance of video. There's going to be about 150 to 200 million new users that adopt social media in the next 12 months. There's already billions using it around the world. And the average consumer spends 2 hours and 24 minutes a day actively scrolling social media. If you look at your screen time, you are already scrolling social media a bunch. Okay. Now, here's one big tip. When we talk about understanding your expertise and who you're talking to, I want you to call out who you're speaking to at the beginning of every single video. Now, when you see we do road shows. We just had 196 agents in Chicago at one of our road shows. Alex travels around to all of our 8% events and speaks and gives value. And I love working with Alex. Super high trust, ethical, valuable dude. And when we did that road show, the video started out, and I used a teleprompter app on my phone, and the video started out, hey, if you're an insurance agent in Chicago, we're coming to you on June the 4th. Like, if you were an insurance agent and you live near Chicago, boom, you're like, oh, whoa, he's talking to me, man. You know what I mean? So that is huge. Okay, calling out who you are speaking to. Hey, if you're 64 and you're about to turn 65 and you're going on Medicare and you're so confused like everyone else, right? Call them out. Okay. Also, if you go to my Instagram at Cody.Askins, we just hit, I think, 103 or 104,000 followers on Instagram, which we're so blessed for the growth of the brand over the last 10 and a half years, which is crazy, by the way. When you look at that, there's two different ideas I want you to look at. One is the use of carousels, and two is the use of these things called mini reels. And if you look at my Instagram and you look at carousels or mini reels, mini carousels are you're telling a story through graphic. Mini reels are you are showcasing a video. It's just a video clip of me speaking to an audience, and then my team is adding text and music, and I'm not having to say anything. You could be putting out video every single day without you having to say a word. So go check that out. Hopefully these tips will help you on video. And even if you're not great at video yet, you need to start using video more.
I love it. I love it. Cody, as we do a handoff, man, can you give away a prize before we start talking about SMS marketing?
I think we should. You guys like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a yes in chat if you're like, man, dude, I like that Alex is giving stuff away like nonstop, man. That's amazing. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I will give away so we have the #1 conference in the industry in the world for helping insurance agencies scale their business through marketing, sales team, operations, and leadership. We have Tim Tebow, we have Auntie Ann Byler, we have Carlos Boozer, Coach Michael Burt, Rocky Garza, myself, Alex Branning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. If you would like to come to the 8% conference in Plano, and you will 100% show up no matter what. And again, whatever ticket we give away, tickets pricing is going up on May the 1st. So if you haven't checked out the conference, you go to 8percentnation.com to check it out. It's in Plano, Texas. It's July 7th, 8th, and 9th. It's over my birthday. I'm getting old. I'm turning 36. If you're interested in the conference, give me an 8 in chat right now. And then I'm going to say 3, 2, 1, boom. I saw DeMarcus Vaughn. Your name
Yo!
off the screen. DeMarcus Vaughn, I'm giving you a $427 value premier ticket to the conference. You get access to the welcome party, the premier seating, a box lunch every day, access to all the breakouts, the learning labs, everything else. DeMarcus Vaughn, congratulations. I appreciate you, bro. And welcome to the 8% conference.
I love that. Let's go, baby. DeMarcus, I'll see you there. For those of you that are on this, that is one of my favorite conferences to go to. So I'll be there too. So let's jump in and talk about SMS marketing. Now, the reason why text message marketing is so freaking important right now is because telephone marketing in general, telesales in general, has changed so much. About 3 years ago, the carriers were like, we ain't giving away phone numbers anymore. And so that's when A2P started happening. What a nightmare A2P has been, yes? So we're figuring it out. We got it handled, but oh my gosh, is that a hurdle? Then last year, the iPhone came out and said, we're going to go one step further. Even though the carriers are now restricting who gets a phone number, we still don't trust it all the way. So if somebody is calling you from a dialer, a CRM, whatever, we're going to assume that that person is a spammer and we're going to block or screen that call. If you have seen a drop in your contact rate, put the number 3 in there. You're like, yeah, I have experienced a lower contact rate than normal. Yeah, this is a huge problem. And the bad news is that it is not going to get magically better. Okay. The good news is there is a fix. And the fix is what we call the contact card rule. Here's what the contact card rule is. It says if a person receives your contact card in a text message, then that number, the trust of the phone numbers that are in the contact card go up a teeny tiny bit. And if they save the contact card, now, boom, every single call that comes through that number, any numbers in your contact card are seen as trusted. The phone will ring, it will show the name, any photo you've added to the contact card, and it will now notify them, which is huge, by the way. So we see call centers using this. I was just at Medicarians last week. People were coming up, Alex, I don't use Agent CRM, but I heard about the contact card rule. Oh my gosh, it has saved my life. So go to thecontactcardrule.com and you can learn more about that. But it is important now that we're moving into a text first world, it's important to learn how to text well. We have some great resources out there for sales scripts and things to do on the phone, but what if you can't get them on the phone, right? You got to earn the call. We are now in a time and place when the phone call cannot be relied on. You have to get better at texting. You have to use text messaging to earn the voice call. And so, what do we do? Well, why is texting so good? Number one, did you know 98% of people read and respond to a text, even if it's from an unknown number? Like, I know I do. I got a text from an unknown number right before this started. Somebody got my info and texted me, hey, is this Alex Branning? And I was like, yeah, it is. And so we had a quick conversation. But if they had tried to call me, I would not have answered that phone call. Does that make sense? Like for us on the call, for us right here on a Zoom, how many of you actually answer the phone when an unknown number calls? Yeah, none of us do, right? We're busy. We got other stuff going on. But when we call people who don't have our number saved or it's a new lead, then if they don't answer the phone, we go, man, what is going on here, right? Well, I'll tell you what's going on. You're an unknown number. You're not trusted. So we got to get better at that. But texting is a different skill than a phone call. A text message conversation requires a different conversational skill than a phone call. And I made a free video course, which I'm going to send you guys the link. Don't leave and go to it yet. I'm going to send you the link after we're done here called SMS Sales School. I talk about the use of emojis and why they're such a powerful way to break through and lighten the conversation. I talk about mistakes to avoid making in text message marketing. And I give you some AI tools that I think are going to help you a lot as you learn text message marketing. But you get much lower resistance when you're texting. I want to encourage you that if you are generating leads or if you are buying leads, I want to encourage you to take some time to go through my free video course called SMS Sales School. Again, it's free. And learn how to get a little bit better at texting because that is the first and best channel to start a conversation with on a new lead. If you jump into trying to call them right away, the odds of you actually getting them to pick up the phone are about 11%. That's how many people answer a call from an unknown number, 11%. But if you text them first, including your contact card, then the odds of you getting that text message read is 98%. Again, we're talking text messages. Now, we have to get them on the phone to make the sale. I understand that. But you got to earn the right for the voice call. And so there's a couple things to take away from this. Number one, text first. Number two, send the contact card. Number three, text messaging or selling over text is a skill. Now, there's a couple quick ideas that I want to give you real fast that I want to help you with because I don't want to just have you jump on this webinar and then point you to a course. I do want to give you some quick tips. Number one, in the first text message that you send to people, you're going to want to include your contact card. In the second text that you send, include a professional photo of yourself, right? Now, why am I including a professional photo of myself? That gives them your face. Now you've become a little more real to them, right? And now when if you know what someone looks like and you're getting text messages back and forth from them and you're talking to them on the phone, you visualize what they look like, right? It creates this familiarity with the person that you're talking to. And what we have found is that when you send a photo in that first initial text conversation, and then you ask for the appointment, we have seen the person say yes to the appointment, even though they've never talked to you yet. They've said yes to the appointment at about a 25 to 30% higher rate than if you do not send a photo. Now, the only reason I can think of where that would make sense is because they see you and now they become more familiar with you and they feel safer with you. Now, you can include a professional photo, you can include a family photo if you want. My thing is include an authentic photo, whatever is authentic to you. One of our users, what he does is he sends out a photo of him surfing, right? Now, that's a fun and silly photo. It wouldn't work for me because it wouldn't be authentic. I'm not a surfer, right? But it creates a lot of conversation. People will talk to him about this photo of him like surfing. So, what I recommend you to do, number one, go to the website, thecontactcardrule.com. And again, I'm going to send you an email with these links after the webinar, thecontactcardrule.com. Number two, go through my free training course. It's not going to take you very long. It's an SMS sales school. So I'm going to send you that link. It's 4 short videos. I give you some really good ideas on how to improve your text message marketing. And then the third thing is right now, before you even, like, as soon as this webinar is done, attach a photo in your CRM and make sure that you are sending a photo of yourself to new people that you are engaging, right? So that way it's there and it's ready to go. So that is SMS marketing. And wait, we're going to give away some money, but this time we're not going to do cash. We're going to do $100 Amazon gift card. If you shop at Amazon, drop Amazon in the chat. That way I can give it to someone who's going to use it. Here we go. All right. I'm going to pick the random person here. John Clark. John Clark, my man.
Boom.
$100 in an Amazon gift card.
Yeah,
You
baby.
guys are awesome. Great, great participation today, man. We're having a freaking blast today. And just for the record, you guys, one thing to note, as I'm doing this fun thing and giving gifts away, have you noticed that the number of participants has actually gone up through
Yeah.
time? Most of the time at the halfway point, it starts to sink down a little bit. So if you're running a webinar, just take note of like the things that you see other marketers doing that are working and follow it. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing, Cash and Amazon, but we are keeping people engaged the entire time through the webinar. So now when I said I'm going to do a free webinar on lead generation, I got texts, DMs, and emails from people, and they wanted to talk about one thing. This is the one recurring theme that I got. Alex, are you going to talk about recruiting on your lead generation webinar? And I was like, man, I got to talk to Cody about how you help with recruiting because in the world of recruiting, I feel like with all the market shifts, Cody, and everything changing, it's like a moving target on how to attract people to change their career and join your team. So Cody has graciously accepted the invitation to talk about recruiting for a few minutes and how he's getting it to work.
Love it, buddy. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, so a few things. One, if you are recruiting right now, in chat, type me. And if you're not, type not yet. Okay, just want to get a lay of the land. So We have a specific client we've been working with for about 9 months. Their names are Mahad and Kizzy. They're a part of Experior. That's the company I'm speaking at with 3,600 people on Thursday. They in Orlando. They have recruited as of this morning. They sent me a message and said, "Hey Cody, because I was asking because I'm going to talk about them in my presentation because they want me to teach about recruiting and recruiting through social media and that kind of stuff." And she sent me this message, Kizzy did, and said, "Hey Cody, since we started with you, 912 recruits
Wow.
in 9 months." Okay. Now, this was all omnipresence. Okay. So 912 in 9 months. But the problem is, most people don't take recruiting seriously. Like, I literally just put up something on my Instagram story, um, probably, gosh, an hour ago, 2 hours ago. And I said, everything you do, you've got to go all in and fully commit and never be willing to quit, or you should never do it at all. Right? Like, and that is what it takes with recruiting because building an amazing culture in your office, like we've got 17 inside sales reps, 18 now, inside sales reps, and growing. And we have a team of people that are hungry, happy, and coachable. People that will listen, that will put in the work. And so when it comes to recruiting, there's a few things you need to think about. Okay. But number one, there's success has to be obvious. Like they've got to see somebody winning. Even if it's not you, it's your upline, it's your company. There's got to be people winning so they can see the opportunity in a bigger light. If no one is winning, it's a massive red flag. Would you agree? Right? Massive red flag. Okay, huge red flag. Also, on that note, when I think about recruiting, I think about recruiting in a few different ways. Okay, number one, I want you to start thinking about your business as more of a like Alex talked about this earlier with the insurance playground. Like it should be more of a web, right? It should be more of a web. Like what do you do, and what are all the different ways that people can learn about you for recruiting? So this couple that they're out of Canada, they've recruited 912 people in the States, by the way, and they don't even live here, right? What they've done though is they've got on our podcast. They've went to road shows. They're going to receive about 1,800 of our Kaboom recruiting leads, and they're hiring about 40% of those, right? They've also been on our email list. We've done a webinar with them. I've spoke to their team, and they've opened it up to other people in the industry to join that webinar, and then they've joined their team because the culture was so amazing within that organization, right? We've also got to where we have done social media videos together, lives together. They flew me to an event in Canada, and I promoted the event. And then a bunch of people from the States that came to that, and people in Canada that came to the event because we did that together, right? Like Alex and I are doing this. 600-ish people register for this in 72 hours, and neither one, we barely talked about it, but it's because of the collaboration, right? Of Alex has a big brand. Thankfully, we have a pretty good sized brand, and we've been able to do some cool stuff together, right? A lot of this comes down to most people in the industry are trying to compete. We believe in collaboration over competition. I like doing stuff with other people. Like 8%, we have 72 panelist spots this year. And we're looking for people in the industry who can bring value. Like Jeff and Brenda Phillips literally just said they were seen. You're exactly right. When you get more eyeballs on you, when it comes to recruiting, attention is the currency of recruiting. So what Alex has done a phenomenal job of is, dude, he's everywhere. He wants people to see him, right? Like if you go to any of our websites, 8%, Kaboom, Cody Askins, like you will see us every day for 6 months, whether you like it or not. Okay. Because at the end of the day, being omnipresent, being in front of people is one of the best things that you can do for your brand. Here's the three things we look at. You should be looking at industry exposure. You should be looking at improving your marketing campaigns and systems so that you can start driving inbound recruits to what you do, whether it's unlicensed or licensed. One last thing. And then I think we're in time for another giveaway. We had
Yep.
another we had another company. They just brought us on. They have a $4 million budget. They're nationwide. They are hiring 10,000 mentees for this new salary-based mentorship program they're creating. And they have given us access to literally blow them up across the country so that they can grow and scale much faster. And they want to hire 2,000 in 12 months. I'm like, well, we've done that for some other organizations and companies, so I believe that we can do that for you too, right? So they came to us inbound and said, "Hey, can you help us?" So at the end of the day, recruiting needs to be something that you are serious about the culture. Culture over production, by the way. If they're a scumbag but they produce $1 million, fire them, right? Super important. Second, there's got to be an opportunity of success. People have to see people winning. It's important. And then third, you need to be seen and you got to put money where your mouth is and you got to be seen and you got to get after it. And if you do those things, you can start to win at recruiting. And then I
I love
think
that.
we're giving something away. If you're ready for another giveaway, type yes in chat. Cody, I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's give away. What if we give away a ooh? What if we give away Alex? Oh, you know what? Here's what I'm gonna do. We have a new age leads site that's
Ooh,
excess kaboom leads. I never talk about it. It's called yesterdaysleads.com, and we have about 30,000 excess extra kaboom leads that never went to an agent. They're going to this site at a discounted rate. I'm going to give somebody $500 credit to
yo.
yesterdaysleads.com. 500 bucks, right? And these are people that haven't spoke, they request information, they haven't spoke to an agent, and they're like, somebody please help me. So hopefully you can help them. Okay. Um, I think this one's popping off. They like giveaways. I'm loving this
Yeah.
webinar. Let's see. All right. Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. So jump in chat right now, and I'm gonna count to five, and then I'm gonna pick a name that I see. Five, four, three, two, one. Oh, I saw a Destry Sturkle. Destry
Yo.
Sturkle just won $500 credit to yesterdaysleads.com. Congratulations.
Amazing. Amazing. Well, you guys are awesome. We're having so much fun. Let's jump into the next topic here. When we're talking about building a playground, one of the things about a playground is you don't just go on a playground and have only one thing to do, right? There are slides, swings, etc. This is important when you look at your business. One of my sales coaches asked me a question that stumped me. He said, Alex, what is the hardest sale to make? And I was like, I just kind of stood there for a second. He goes, the first sale is the hardest sale to make. He said, after that, it gets so much easier to make a sale to that same client because you've already earned their trust. You've gotten them to say yes to you as a person. You've gotten them to pull out their wallet and do business with you. So the first sale's hard, and after that, it gets easier and easier. As an insurance agent, one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is to plan out the cross-selling journey for your clients that come on. The first sale starts the relationship. You have to have a next logical thing to promote. Now, one thing that I see in my, and I work with, we have over 1,300 insurance agencies that work and a lot of other independent agents that work in agent CRM. And one of the things that we see when we first onboard an agent is the biggest money the biggest money pile that they're leaving behind is that they're not doing enough cross-selling or talking about other ways they can serve and support their current clients. So that's one of the ways that we try to get that money wheel going for them quickly because as agent CRM, we are just an insurance software company, insurance software and marketing. All we do is insurance software and marketing. We're not building an agency. We're neutral. I think our neutrality is our superpower. But anyway, when people come to us and they will only stay with us if they see us increase their revenue, right? So they're not being told to sign up for our CRM. They're not being forced to sign up. They're doing it because they see us as an added value. But we have to show up and we have to bring that added value. And the only way for us to do that is to help you as the agent make more money. And so we immediately start with cross selling when somebody signs up for Agent CRM. And what we usually find is that anytime we send an email out to the list of the agent that comes on, there are people on that list that are hot and ready to buy the next thing because they already trust the agent. They know who the agent is. They had a good time working with the agent already. So now they're just waiting for an opportunity to talk to the agent about how else that agent can serve and support them. So I want to talk about some ways that you can initiate this conversation. So, one of the questions that I get when I start talking about cross-selling is, well, what is the next best thing? Which is a great question. So here's a couple ideas. One thing that really stood out to me, I was at Medicarians last week, by the way. I was able to meet some of you there. That was a crazy fun conference. There was a panel, and they were talking about how to increase revenue as a Medicare agent. And I only went to one panel the entire time I was there, but I had that one circled because I wanted to see what they had to say. And these experts on the panel, one of the questions was, what is the lowest hanging fruit for a Medicare agent to sell to their current client list? And there was a unanimous choice. All four of them said the same thing: hospital indemnity, which I was surprised at. I thought they were going to say final expense, to be honest. But hospital indemnity was the number one thing they said Medicare agents should be selling to all of their clients. So there you go. But one of the that same sales coach who told me that he stumped me. What's the hardest sale? The first one. He said nobody ever accidentally sells a customer on the next thing. There has to be a plan in place, a ladder. Russell Brunson would call this a value ladder in his book, Traffic Secrets. You have to plan out, number one, how you're going to broach the subject. Number two, you have to plan out the why, like why you're talking to them about it, because they need to see that you believe in the product and why it's a good fit for them. You're not going to accidentally make a second or third sale. You have to be really clear about what it is that they are missing out on and why you're bringing it up. Now, I have found that who um, the best way to bring up this cross-sell conversation, for those of you taking notes, this is a good one. When I first send an email out for on my agent's behalf, I apologize. I say, hey, first name, I was reviewing my notes and I need to apologize for our last conversation. Boom, full stop. What just happened? Their defenses went down. They're like, wait, why is he apologizing for what happened in the last conversation? I don't remember him offending me. I don't remember them doing anything wrong. What happened? Right? They keep reading. Next break. I did not bring up hospital indemnity plans, and I think they would be a great fit for you and your family, right? And so now you are introducing what it is that you're talking to them about and why it's important. And then in the next sentence in the email, if you would like to chat with me about it so that, I can show you what I think you're missing, please click this link below. And it would be a link to a calendar that is set up only to talk about hospital indemnity plans. Now, the reason I set up a calendar just for that cross sell is so that you can come to the call prepared because you got a lot of marketing systems working. My hope is that you have a playground where you have multiple entry points and you have multiple cross sell journeys working all the time. So when somebody's on your calendar, it's really important for you to know why the heck are they talking to me, right? What is it that they want to talk about so that I can quickly get to the decision-making part of the sales call. And so we set up that separate calendar so that I want to be talking to them about this, right? So again, if you're initially bringing up the cross-sell conversation, apologize. Apologizing gets them to drop their defenses and read the rest of the email, and it sets you up for success. So we did a cross-sell campaign for a Medicare client last year. We used the apology email to sell dental and vision, and he sold almost 40%. It was about 37.5, 38% of his Medicare clients got back on his calendar and bought a dental and vision plan. All from email. So, which is awesome. So it really drives up the profitability of the agency and the bottom line. And it also deepens the relationship that you have with your clients. Because the more products they buy from you, the more they're attached, then we found the longer they stay. So, what you're setting yourself up. What you can also do on those calls, by the way, is you can ask for referrals. Like, do you know anybody else who has recently signed up for Medicare that was not told about dental and vision? And they're like, "Oh gosh, I don't," you know what I mean? Like, so now you're creating this conversation where you're not only apologizing for not bringing it up, but then you're like, "Was there any other friends that you know that they didn't get told about dental and vision plans that are available for them?" Right? And so now that creates, even if they can't think of someone off the top of their head, what you did was you planted a seed, right? You planted a seed in their mind where they go, "Man, I should ask my friends if they were asked about a dental and vision plan." Like, because apparently their Medicare agent should have brought that up because mine's apologizing to me for not bringing it up. So it creates a great conversation point and it plants a seed about a potential referral. So definitely want to cross sell. That's the biggest money making thing. That's the biggest pot of gold, I think, in a client's list. So let's give away some more cash, Cody, and then we're going to talk about mindset and numbers around marketing. Uh, for those of you that you're able to spend cash, drop a yes in there. You're like, yeah, if I got cash, I could spend it.
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. So, all right. So I just saw Craig Bronson, his name passed through. Craig, you're the man. You're getting $100 in cash after this. So congratulations, Craig. So,
Boom.
boom, there we go. Now, the reason why I asked Cody to talk about mindset and numbers, we were at a power players retreat in Arizona just a little bit ago, and Cody broke down one of the biggest reasons that people, that agents specifically, do not spend a lot of money on marketing is around the confusion about whether or not it's profitable. And he's like, when you can see if I put this much into this, if I put $100 into Facebook, I get this much, or if I put 500 into yesterday's leads, I get this much, or 500 into Kaboom, I get this much back. When you can track the ROI and you have a good system in place, it gives you more confidence and it gives you a lot more courage to continue
Hmm.
marketing. Cody, can you talk a little bit about the mindset around marketing and how you track numbers?
Absolutely, buddy. From a mindset standpoint, here's how I think about a business. So I had a gentleman, this has been 6 years ago. He reached out to me from YouTube to my email, and his name was Brian. And he said, Cody, I've been in multiple different industries. And I have 8 and 9 figure businesses in multiple different industries. And I'm wanting to get into life insurance in a big way. I want to hire you on a consulting gig. I will do whatever you say. I want to meet with you for hours every single week. And I will throw any amount of money that you tell me to at this project. And I want to build an 8 figure life insurance agency in 90 days. And I'm like, holy freaking crap. If you guys are like, man, this dude is a little unique and crazy, give me a, give me, give me a, give me a, give me a, give me a Brian in chat. Okay. That was his name, Brian. If you're like, you know what? Or Rich. Yeah, he was rich too. Okay. Um, and and so he hired us for $25,000 a month. And we worked with him for hours every week. I'm talking building scripts, building out hiring processes, transfers, sales, customer service, all this stuff. And he went on to build a life insurance call center doing over $250,000 a week within 90 days. And I forgot about this story for a long time, but it reminded me recently when I was telling it in Chicago at a roadshow. It reminds me of the people that go all in on business, how much faster they can grow and scale. You know what I mean? It'd be like if Alex just went slow at business and was just like, it'd be cool if we grew. No, Alex is spending money on ads. He's committed. He's got a customer service team. He's got a tech team. He's got, coders. He's got a sales team. Like he's got the people in place to grow and scale quicker, right? And so this gentleman reminded me of the question, which I'm asking you, and I would love an answer from 1 to 10. How committed do you think you really are to having the success that you really want? 1, I might as well quit. 10, perfect. And it don't matter what it takes, how much money it takes, I'm committed forever. Right. And that's where most people fail because when I talk about some of the numbers, here's some of the things that I do every day to help some of our businesses grow. Right. We were very blessed to help over 20,000 agents with our products and services last year. We did over $10 million in revenue. Very grateful for that. We're planning to double this year. And here's what's really cool. I get a CEO report on my desk by 8 a.m. every single day that gives me every specific number that is important to my business, right? I know, and this is whatever's important. I get it literally by 8 a.m. every day. I also know when we do an event, here's how much it costs. Like right now, it's only costing me, this is crazy. I'm sure it'll go up, but it's only costing me $16. This is how good we are at marketing and managing people's budgets and my own money. Okay. Uh, $16 to get someone to purchase and give us money for a ticket in Houston right now.
Wow.
16 bucks, okay, which is stupid. It's the lowest ever. I'm sure it'll increase a little bit, right? But it's a great start. Also, we take a percentage of our revenue and we put it back into ads. So let's just say we do about $1 million a month. I put 5% back into ads. We will spend 50 grand this month just on promoting our lead platforms to drive traffic to our sales team. I'm also going to spend, I've already added a $250,000 ad budget to help promote 8% for the last 90 days, right? It's about $3,500 a day in ads. Stupid, right? Well, I'm challenging you to think, how committed are you truly? And what numbers are important in your business? What are you not tracking? And what do you need to know for whatever in your business that isn't going the way that you would like for it to get better? I want to challenge you guys to win. I want to see you succeed. And if you want $250,000 I'm sorry, $250 in Kaboom leads, you're like, I'll take a $250,000. $250, $250 in Kaboom leads, then give me a Kaboom in chat. Again, it is CA Boom. It's my initials, Cody Askins, Boom. Misspelled Kaboom. Kaboomleads.com. Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes, so keep jumping in chat. And we're gonna get $250 credit to try out Kaboom Leads. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bro, I saw Brad first. Let's see if I can. Gosh dang it, you guys are still spamming the crap. Oh, Brad Henninger. Brad Henninger.
Boom.
That was the name. I had to freaking scroll up because you guys added 7,800 messages since then. Brad Henninger, Henninger, Brad Henninger, $250 credit to kaboomleads.com. We helped over 10,000 we helped over 10,000 agents last year with Kaboom. We're very grateful. And Brad, we're excited to give you a try on Kaboom as well. Thank you so much.
I love it. I love it. Well, we're gonna do a Q&A in just a moment. And so for those of you that are here live, I would love your questions. So if you're here and you're like, I have a specific question for Cody or Alex to answer, please drop it in the Zoom chat. While you're writing out your question, I'm going to make an offer. So, as you guys know, I run Agent CRM. For those of you that are here that are not a current customer, I want you to go to codycrm.com. That's CODYCRM.com. When you sign up for a free trial of codycrm.com, you're going to get one, Kaboom credits from Cody Askins. He's given Kaboom credits to every single person that signs up. Number two, you're getting his final expense telesales script and a follow-up course from Cody. And then I am personally throwing $50 into your new Agent CRM account in phone credits. This is going to pay for your A2P and it's going to pay for some of your very first text messages that go out. So
Mm.
not only are you getting a free trial and free lead credits, you're also getting Alex putting money into your account so you can send text messages and get that A2P set up. CodyCRM.com, CodyCRM.com. So every single person who signs up at CodyCRM.com gets all of those prizes. So we are so grateful for you for hanging out. And before we jump into the Q&A, I'm going to give $100 in Amazon out as well. Um,
Let's
and
go.
so if you want Amazon, go ahead and do that same thing again. Just drop the word Amazon here. By the way, Cody CRM or Agent CRM is $97 a month after the free trial. $97 a month after the free trial. So Leslie Loveday, you win the $100 in Amazon. Thank you for
There you
hanging
go.
out. So yeah, go to codycrm.com and you can get that free trial and all the bonuses and gifts that me and Cody have put together for you. So you guys rock. We got some good questions, Cody. I'm gonna pick just two of them real quick for us to
Okay.
tackle together. For the rest of you, if you have a question, drop it in the chat. I'm actually gonna take some time tomorrow and the rest of this week to go through all of your questions and send you a
Hmm.
personal email with the response. So I'm gonna do my best to get through every single one of your questions. So Andrew asks, in your Facebook marketing, how are you marketing to attract your ideal prospect?
That's good. You
Yeah.
want to do?
So go ahead and take this one. I'll take the next one.
Yeah. So as far as attracting your ideal client, there's a few different things you can do. You can select through demographic, through interest, through different targeting inside of Facebook to try to go after your ideal client. So let's give you an example. If you're wanting people that are turning 65 for Medicare, I would just target people that are 64 years old. You can go in and actually select people who have birthdays in upcoming months, so you can get closer to their actual age of 65. And then if you're targeting turning 65, you would need ideally you would need states, several states,
Mhm.
the whole country, just because people 64 inside of Facebook in Missouri, we might get a couple thousand. You know what I mean? It's a pretty minimal, right? It's one age. And then whether it's your graphic or your video, again, call them out, right? Do your very
Yes.
best to let them know, hey, boom, this is who it's for, right? Ad copy, creative, etc. So there's a quick answer.
Love it. Dustin asks, would you put your marketing money into Facebook, Google, or Bing first? I'll take this one. So Google or Bing typically are based on search keywords, and that's good. But if you're going national or even statewide, now you're fighting for the click against the all states, the farmers, etc. That's a really hard battle to win. So I like Facebook because it's an interruption marketing. They're not necessarily searching for it, but you're able to put your ad in front of your target audience. I just did a podcast episode with a woman named Shauna Thorison, brilliant marketer. She said most agents on Facebook are fishing in the same small pond of the 3% of people that are looking to buy now. But if you are also fishing in the 97% where people are not quite aware of their problem or shopping, you're able to get great leads at a fraction of the price if you have a good nurturing campaign set up. And that's why I think the giveaway funnel is such a powerful way to build your audience and set yourself up for future conversations. So if you're looking to, if you're like, man, I just got, this a budget of $1,000, what advertising platform should I use? I would put it on Facebook. Also, if you have a smaller budget and you're like, I need leads, I need them right now, I would say check out yesterdaysleads.com as well and see if that's a fit for you. Just start talking to some folks right away. So we got a lot more questions here. Again, I'm going to be responding to these myself over the next few days. So feel free to drop them in there. I want to say thank you to every single person who showed up on this call today, stayed till the end. You guys are rock stars. I appreciate it. Please try Agent CRM. We would love an opportunity to earn your business. Go to codycrm.com. And a huge shout out to my man, Cody Askins, for showing up today and being a part of this, man. Really
Thanks,
appreciate
bro.
you. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Love you, buddy. You're awesome. Thank you.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later, everyone. See you on Facebook.
Let's go. See you soon. Thank you
Yep.
all.